And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio. Well, I've been looking around and I discovered that our power situation is really bad. So I researched the Mark II boilers and steam engines, and I'm looking to upgrade those now. So to compare, the power output of the regular ones we have now are 510 kilowatts. The next level is 765. So not double, but it's plus about 50%. So with that, I would like to really take a risk here and take these down. And how many do we have? 10. 5, 10. There's a lot of steel that goes into these. So these are the level 2 steam engines. So let's see what happens with the temperature on those. Looks pretty good, actually. How's our power? We could use another stack. So let's look at how do we get another stack of these. When you go to Mark II, the power and water and all of those ratios are thrown off from the vanilla levels. So I'm going to go with 10 boilers and 10 steam engines. And kind of give myself some room. So let's line these up to be right here, right next to it. And that way I have room for more boilers if I need them. So if you put the boilers on this side, then there's some room if I need more boilers. But you can see that the boilers, not all the boilers are being lit. It's kind of the indication that you've got some capacity available. So we need a pump, and we need a couple pipes. So let's line the pump up. And then the pipe. And it will quickly come to temperature, and then all these will stop running because we're generating enough power. Those need to be powered. So let's just power them like so. There. Now we have twice, or actually way over twice the amount, probably 3 times the power capacity, and just a little bit more space. We had the space available. We have space available for probably another 1, 2, 3, probably another 4 stacks if we really need it. Right now, my concern is silicon. I was looking at silicon, and it's actually a pretty messed up process here. First, we got to make these silicon plates. The wafers aren't too bad. It's just plates. However, the plates themselves are what's tough, because they use carbon and calcium chloride. Calcium chloride we can actually get pretty much, well, almost anywhere. Calcium chloride takes stone to make. And the hydrogen chloride we can actually make pretty much anywhere with the processes. The stone is the tough part. So I've kind of revamped my stone area here because I need this stone like up here a ways. So this is going to be kind of a tricky process getting the stone up there. So let's offset that one. I'm gonna have to just go right through that copper deposit for now. So let's do this. Yeah, this copper deposit's kind of in the way, but we've got a lot to mine before we have to worry about running low on copper. Plus I can always mine around it. Okay, so there, let's just cut this off down there. I don't know exactly where I want it right now. So the calcium chloride needs the stone. And what... so this needs to be in an electrolysis machine. So let's do... well, let's do 5. Okay, so we have... I don't think this requires any actual fluids. No, just stuff that needs to be brought in. So if I do it like this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are all going to be silicon plate, like that. So these need quartz, carbon, and calcium chloride. Calcium chloride we can actually grab. The way that I want to design this base, let me explain a little bit what my desires are. Normally I try to be very optimized with where my resources are going, how many of any resource I'm using. So normally if I have another process, say way over here, that uses calcium chloride, I will try to put it on the bus and then use it on the bus elsewhere. In this playthrough, I'm kind of going for a more centralized, or not more centralized, a more distributed source. So areas that need, say, calcium chloride, I actually want to produce it on site where I need it. So this is going to require carbon. So I can bring carbon, actually it's going to come up. So carbon needs to come up as well. Now the stone is going to have to come back here, because I need carbon to come up, which incidentally is right here. So I can actually split this off underground from here and here, and that's all I need to do there. Bring up the carbon, and I need more belts. So that will be the carbon. Calcium chloride, let's actually put on like a little mini bus that's going to come through here. And I want to make sure I'm not cramping it up here. This is going to be a little tricky with all these other ores. But again, this is more than likely going to be a temporary thing. So with 5 of these, let's just come down with that. Calcium chloride is going to be in an electrolysis, I believe. No, that's a chemical plant with stone and hydrogen chloride. And hydrogen chloride is a chemical plant. Chlorine and hydrogen, which is saltwater electrolysis, which gives me sodium hydroxide. So that's a That's 1 and 1. That's 1 per second. I need 1 per second there, which produces 2. And this needs 1 per second. So I can actually run 2 of these. And this process is 7 seconds. So I only need 1 of these, or 2 of these calcium chloride makers. So let's get that ready to go. I want to put these down here. So this is going to be calcium chloride, like that. And for the time being, these need stone, but they also need hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride is another chemical plant. Like this, and this will be hydrogen chloride, which is chlorine and hydrogen. Let's see. I can actually put those. Do I want to put those closer together? I could. Like that. And this is actually the saltwater electrolysis. So I'm pretty sure this is a electrolyzer. And of course it has a slower crafting speed. So that's saltwater electrolysis. Salt is what looks like a chemical furnace. And water. And this needs salt. And I have the water pump. And this needs water. There we go. Now I need to move that in, and this doesn't need anything else, but it also produces hydrogen chloride, which I have no use for right here. So all that is going to be voided out. So these are the ones that need stone. So let's route the stone. Like so. So if I bring the stone up, I just need to underground it right here. Like so, and a couple more fast inserters to pull it in. And I want some fast inserters out here. Actually, that is the wrong direction. There we go. Much better. I don't know if anybody caught that, but that was the wrong place to put that. Power those up. Let's see if we've got... Oh, I need fuel, of course. I got lots of wood on me. Let's just do that for now. I'll just put a bunch of that in there. Lots of calcium chloride. So now here are our ingredients. Now we just need inserters. So I need 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay, and I need, let's do fast longs, 5, 6. And I can't. Is it wood? It must be wood. Autosave. No, I actually need to go grab the circuit board. It's not the actual wood that's the problem. Grab these. There we go. So now we've got silicon plate. There we go. Silicon plate. And for the last item on the agenda here, let's make sure they are balanced. Just like that. Yeah, this is kind of a long crafting process, so we want to make sure we've got a lot of these. And granted, we don't have actually that much silicon. I mean, we want to be careful. We have a lot, but not an unlimited supply. This little square, it only had about 10,000 in there. That's not a lot. When your base is really going and you're using a lot of it, that is not a lot. So that's a concern. Quite the crafting chain here. It's actually quite a lot of room for expansion, but it is what it is, I guess. And this will actually start a new... Well, do we want to bus the silicon or the silicon pool or the silicon wafers? Because we get 8 wafers per plate, so it'd be a lot more compressive to do this than to tend to bust these. These are kind of a long crafting process. What are the electronics? The only 2 silicon wafers. So for each one of these, makes 8 every 5 seconds. And this will use 2 every 3.5. So that's 4, 4, 7. So yeah, it's, if I even had one of each for each one of these, it would be even better. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll not bust the silicon wafers, just the plates. But that'll have to do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.